Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Vintage Story, where I have to try and figure out what I was doing because it's been a few days. I think I last streamed this on Thursday. And when more people are watching, I have updates about my streaming schedule, unfortunately, but that's necessity and out of my control. So, yeah, let's just get on with it and try and figure out what it was I was doing. Right, here we are. So, what time of day is it? It's the usual question. It is heading into evening. It is June. Hello, summer. There's my chickens, which are happily scurrying around. And I seem to have two more adult chickens, it looks like. And these are my hares, which I persistently call rabbits. They should be, hopefully, giving birth soon. Right. And let's see. You need food. You need food. You've got eggs. Anybody laid any other eggs? Oh, those are both hens. So these are all hens. So they should be coming along nicely, and I need to feed them. Because of course I do. Yeah, let's just get that sorted while I think about it. And my goodness, they do go through food at a fair old rate. As you can see. Where did my spelt go? Oh, there we go. Always a bit weird to come back to. Ooh, I need to do something with that. I also need to check and make sure that the rabbits have got food, don't I? Well, for half a second there, I thought I'd left the inner door open. Been undesirable. How are you doing, rabbits? Okay, you're good. You're good for food. Pregnant female. You've got food. And all that seems a little unnecessary. No, it's not. At least I don't want them escaping, hence the double doors. Yeah, this is going to be... I'm not sure. I might make this into my greenhouse. I've got to find out what the rules for greenhouses are. Bronze Age greenhouse seems a little bit weird, but I didn't make the rules. Yeah, as you can see, my grain supplies are not fantastic. Oh, I've forgotten I had that. I've got fat. Do I need... Oh, no, those are pelts, aren't they? Which... Yeah, I can't use directly for leather. I need to check my leather production. So this is one prepared hide. Take that off. I should be able to stick that in here. Put that in and seal. Let's see if... what else did I have? Where's my... Oh, I had... Yeah. Okay, seal 4. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Progress. And that doesn't seem like progress. Trust me, it is. What is that? Oh, lime. And I have learned more about the resin. That does seem to be a renewable resource. So if I go back and find my resin trees, I can continue to gather that. It's just that the trees which produce it are relatively rare. What on earth is that? Oops. Ew. Ah, that's unfortunate. Oh, it's getting spoiled. That's why it's not giving me any. And how do I get that out? Drat. Hey Tony, how you doing? What have we got here? This is our rot. This is our cranberries, which are that slate lime, which I don't actually need. Yeah, this is unfortunate. How do I remove rotten food from that? Let's see. Go. I will try and figure out how to get that. Right. Oh, I do have. Thank goodness. Okay. What was I doing? Why am I got wooden buckets? Doesn't matter. Oh, that's right. I was going to be trying to find these, wasn't I? Forgot about that. Let's put the traps away at the very least. Put my ingots away. Can't remember what I was doing. It's been too long. Oh, very nice. I should probably make some more porridge. And I do need to cook my meat up. Let's see if we can make a stew. I'm not sure if I can. Give it a try. Yeah. Hang on a second. I want some carrots in my stew. And this is slightly weird for me. Okay, so let's see. Okay, it's not going to do that. It's not going to do this, is it? No. Okay. Alright, so I guess I'm just going to have to eat meat the old-fashioned way. Why did I... Oh, there. Well, looks like I've got enough turnips to keep me going for a while. Just fortunate under the circumstances. Yeah, I wish I knew what to do about this. Yeah, dark brown ceramic pot of rotten meat. Actually, do you know what? Rotten food. Let's see if I can add it to my rot bucket. No. Apparently it's not going to let me do that. If anybody knows how to remove rotten food from a ceramic pot, I would very much like to know how to do that. Let's see. Yeah, no, I was playing Warframe earlier. This makes a significant difference. This is a lot slower. But this evening's Warframe should start to get interesting. If anybody's interested. I need to run arbitrations because I'm trying to rank up the arcane pistolier to give me more efficient ammunition usage. Almost at the position of maxing that out. I'm maxing out some of my razorfly drone damage. That's almost about as good as I can get. I got a couple more things I can do, and then it'll be pretty much maxed out. I did make another pickaxe. That's good to know. not entirely certain what I'm doing with those. I was probably filling something with water, which sounds like a reasonable sort of thing, doesn't it? I need a suitable place to stick my buckets. What was I doing? I was putting that away. And cooked poultry. Not from my chickens over there. I am starting to question the advisability of the whole poultry thing. For the simple reason that they go through my grain very quickly. Still, it's only July now, so with a bit of luck, I can catch up with that. Let's see. Anything else I need to do? Not sure. Did I make another knife? I did. Knife, pickaxe, prospecting pick. Oh, that's right. I was looking for beehives. I was trying to narrow down on the location of hematite, and what else was I trying to do? Oh, yeah. Try and find trees that are oozing pine sap, and I can't remember why I need the pine sap. I'm sure I had a good reason. And hunt for bees. Yeah. Time of days. It is. Just give this a few hours of sleep. It's probably getting light outside. Yeah, it is. And yeah, I collected all the fruit for this. I am actually using these to make compost, because this is going to, I'm going to re-fertilize this. And that reminds me, I do try and need to find that's almost the last of the crops from here. All I've got left is flax and this little bit of rye and whatever this is over here. Then I've got to try and find a way to actually, that's doing pretty good. Thank goodness for fertilizer. Let's go see how the other crops are doing. I need to finish this. So here's my secondary field. And this is all coming along. The whole purpose of these was to actually yeah, try and do crop rotation. It's not working out as well as I would like, to be honest. So the idea is that each individual section uses nitrogen. Yeah, I've actually run out of space to plant the carrots, which is not exactly a huge deal, but hence this is why I got these here. Oops. Yeah. You stupid game. Why are you not allowing me to put down the carrot seeds? Why? I'm gonna have to. Perfectly okay with me doing that, but not putting them down. Stupid game. Hey, little nugget. Pseudo! Hi, Pseudo. How are you doing? How was your exam this morning? You know, same as usual. So, I suppose I had better... He's doing well. We are working on his A-levels, so to speak. In fact, that is why there won't be early morning live streams. Well, yeah. So I'm going to be helping him with his revision in his final push towards going to university. Tuesday and Thursday, there won't be a morning live stream. I may be able to do a mid-afternoon live stream instead, but we're going to have to see how that works out. And next week there probably won't be morning live streams on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'm working with him just to get him through the final hump, so to speak, of his A-levels, so that he is in a position to go to Lancaster University in the fall. Yeah, this is the... There's got to be a way of getting these to work better. Oh, goodness. Which exam are you taking? I think you may have answered the question last night, but I don't remember the answer or I didn't see it. Oh, right. Oh, goodness, that's not stuff we ever do in the United Kingdom. Okay, those are skeps. That is my empty pot, obviously. Want that, want that, want that. Everything else on here I arguably need. Right, so we've actually spent the last 5 hours in game doing that lot. Let's see. I've got a bit of food. I can probably do a run across country. Is there anything else I need to do? Ooh, I need to consider making glass, don't I? Right, so glass. In principle, I can make glass in this. So in principle, let's try and find out how to make glass. Quartz glass. What? Clear quartz. Now that's interesting. That's... Alright, I need to find out about a greenhouse. Mechanic, greenhouses. Maximum interior volume 14 by 14 by 14. The roof. Okay. Okay, 14 by 14 by 14. Let's see. I'm going to be doing some counting here. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You're kidding me. That's exactly the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so I can. That can be a glass house. And I may well. I say make it kind of fancy. Yeah. Alright, so it says glass. Greenhouse. Sorry, let's see what else it says about greenhouses. Once you have obtained glass. Now, it's saying made by smelting in a bloomery. Yeah, good luck with that, Suda. Mind you, can I tell them what you and Mizu were up to last night? They were taking notes while watching me play Warframe. Quartz and clear quartz, and I am sorry, that may have been I may have overshared there. All right, so I have yes, quartz chunk, quartz chunk, quartz chunk, and quartz chunk. Let's see if we can get this to work. Oh, I can only do 24 at a time. Ooh, okay. I entirely understand. I'm sure if I were to ask Mizu, she would utterly agree. Right, we have our bloomery lit. Unfortunately, I say for unfortunately, I now have a whole bunch more fur babies to remember, and I can't remember them all because between Mizu and Sudo, they have about how many fur babies do you and Mizu have between you? I mean, I know you've got 3. Coco, Moustache, and the other one whose name I have currently forgotten. Cookie. There we go. And then Mizu had, what, 4? Let's see. Ollie. And Boa. And I didn't write those down. Taton? Yeah, I can't remember. 5. You must be inundated with them. Alright, so how does the bloomery work? Now, if this is like an old style bloomery, I'll have to break this. to get the stuff out, but we'll see. Oh, look at that. What's this? Oh, slate stones. Do you know what? I should probably top that up. I need another log. Control. I hate this game mechanic. Control plus that. Control. Can't do that, can I? No. Oh no! 7 cats. It's okay, I forget how many Danny has. Okay, so how's this bloomery working? Content, 6 charcoal, 24 quartz. So the general plan here is I would replace the base here with stone and then build the rest of the glass house on top. So at least I can see what's going on inside. I think I only need to I think only the top needs to be glass, so I could get away, but that wouldn't look very good. I need to think about making more charcoal too. All right. Because there's a couple of methods of making glass. It appears so. So here's the basic rules for a greenhouse. Greenhouse mechanic. Okay, maximum exterior volume, yes. Roof of the greenhouse must be at least 50% glass. Full block or slab. Walls can be of any material. If you use glass slabs for roof or walls, the... Yeah, okay. So... Yeah. It'll give me a bit longer for... It'll allow me to extend my growing season. Or... Yeah, by probably a couple of months. So, yeah, I want to make it with a base along here of solid blocks, and then have the rest of it glass, and I wanted at least 3 blocks internally. It doesn't say, does it? It must be 14 by 14 by 14, which is huge. I don't need it that big because I'm not going to be putting fruit trees in, at least not at this point. So yeah, it's going to need quite a bit of glass. And what's this doing? I wish it would give you some kind of progress. So, I'm starting to think if I'm going to be using this a bit, I need charcoal, which means... Okay, first thing we're going to do, if I'm going to be wandering into my own woods, this is an amusing thing. I actually ran across... Oh, wow, look how fast they went through their food. Oh, that is ludicrous. Um... Ah, the good news is they won't starve to death. I'm going to go and grab their eggs. I don't know if there is an optimum number here. Yeah. I think I've got more than enough chickens. I mean, the whole purpose of the chickens is eggs, so... yeah. I may have overdone the... So that's fresh for 11 days, that's fresh for 18. So I've got a few eggs. And... But no, they're galloping through grain. Which is disturbing. Even more disturbing is... This isn't... Well, we'll see how that works out. The good news is I do have access to more quartz. Oops, that doesn't belong there. Oh, right, what was I doing? I was going to... Apart from eat some more fruit. You know, Sudo and Mizu, at some point you're going to have to post pictures of your fur babies on the Discord. I think at some point everybody's fur babies make an appearance on there. Seeing as the Discord seems to be mostly dedicated to pictures of fur babies. Right, so what was I doing? I was going to brave my man-made cops and make sure I've got a wolf in here, because I did encounter a wolf here, to my surprise. And this is all stuff I've planted myself. This is my... I meant to ask Sudo, as a Warframe player, are you interested in Soulframe? because I have invitations to give out to Soulframe, and I think I've got a bunch of them, and I've sort of mentally said that subscribers in good standing qualify to get an invitation. So if you want to try Soulframe, I can somehow arrange. Back. This also applies to Tony. A little nugget's already a Soulframe player. So I'll send you an invite. I have them. Yeah. Oh, I can definitely arrange that. Benefits of being a founder. I'm trying to think how to get you the code. Got to find them again. We'll sort something out. Oh, of course. I'll private message you on the Discord. There you go. I'll sort that out for you. That'll be the easiest way of doing it. I haven't played it as much as I would like. It is a nice game. It's basically Warframe, but calmer. It is a much calmer game. Looks fantastic, has to be said. Obviously, I have streamed some, so. Yes, I do. It's in very, very early access, obviously. I am assuming that if they continue in the same way that they did with Warframe, has sort of very different game, apparently, than it was when it came out. So I am assuming if they follow a similar pattern, it'll simply get... Yeah, it is multiplayer. There's not a lot of people on at the moment, but they are around. I'm assuming that as it develops, it will get some of the same lore and things to do that Warframe does. It does, apparently. If you're familiar with Warframe, you will obviously you will realize there's a lot of similarity. I've been semi-jokingly calling it Warframe, but in a sort of fantasy world. That's a lot of truth to that, I think. So, yeah. But it is a slower paced game. So far. I have encountered... I've once I did a bit of multiplayer. Um, Somebody I know from the Warframe community. The whole purpose of that was just to clear out some space so I can actually start. Wow, I picked up a lot of seeds there. It's useful to have. Wow, look at that. 15 maple seeds. Hey, that's more trees than I've got over there. That means I can... That means that just became self-sufficient, self-sustaining, so to speak. It's a little different. The multiplayer is not exactly the same as Warframe. It requires a little bit more coordination. It depends on how the individuals like to play. So if you have somebody who likes melee, I tend to prefer using a bow in the game. But if you like have a melee player and a bow player, they actually complement fairly well. So it's a little different. You do actually have to work together more in my limited experience. I don't know how many people are playing it at the moment. I don't exactly see a lot of people in the game. There are a couple of places where you will see other players. Good news is they shouldn't starve to death if I neglect them. Come on, give me babies. Let's go top up their food. Sorry, thinking to myself here. Oh. Trying to normalize some kind... Oh, some kind of storage. That I am very glad to have. I am curious, can I grow a tree on top of one of my buildings? Ah, look at this! Okay, how do I get the glass out? Oh, please don't tell me I have to break it. Ah. Okay, bloomery. Bloomery, bloomery. Smelting. No. Bloomery. Yes. Bloomery and chimney. Why do I get the feeling I have to break it? I don't wish to do that. Delivery progression guide. Smelting. This doesn't help. That's... Iron bloom. Created by smelting in a bloomery. Yes. Yes, I get that. But... it's not telling me. I've got the glass. Why do I get the feeling I do actually have to break the bloomery? I'm sure Tia Yarden will let me know. Yeah, okay, I've got glass, but I don't know how to get it out. And the only way I can see, and in a normal bloomery chimney like this, yeah, you break. It's a one-use thing. You break it. Yeah. There you go. Oh, it's hot. It's hot. Yes, you have to break it. Oh, dear. Okay, you have to break it. Well, that's realistic. So, what do I do with this? Oh. Can I break this? What happens if I have... Ah. Oh, look at that. I'm sure this isn't how you're supposed to do it. Alright, here's an experiment for you. If I drop this into water, will it break? Anybody want to gamble here? Nope, it doesn't break. Here we go. Well, that's one way to get glass. That's nothing if not realistic. So I now need to remanufacture the bloomery to do another load. I was kinda hoping it wouldn't really do this, but still. Bloomery chimney is 4 pieces. So I am going to need to make more fireclay. This is not completely unfair, by the way. I think if you left them on the ground, just dropped them, they would despawn. There may be some other mechanism of which I am unaware, but That's how you do it, apparently. Right. Okay, we have learned stuff. Right, I am going to take my usual couple of minute break. Because the only reason I'm functioning this time of day is because I'm loaded down with caffeine, which is starting to develop into a somewhat disturbing practice. The only reason I function in the evenings is because I'm loaded down with high caffeine energy drinks. And I still manage to go to sleep. So, I will be back in a couple of minutes. Sudo, if you have to dash, which I assume you will, good luck to you and Mizu with your exam. And maybe I'll see you later. Or if you're still here when I get back, you can just ignore everything I just said. So, see you in a couple. And please notice the expanded fur babies list. Oh, I look forward to seeing them, and so will everybody else, I have no doubt. Right. Let's see. Put those away. Food. Oh, did I? Oh, I didn't make food. I need to make food. I got distracted by other things. Still, the good news is I do actually have. I should use up some of my fruit, seeing as I have access to quite a bit of it. Seven hours. Ooh. Let's see. 5 days. 41% spoiled. Okay, that's going to be allowed to spoil. This, that's good for 10 days. When spoiled, they go into the rot barrel. And I still need to think about making a... The glass manufacturing process is going to be a true... It's done from home. You're kidding. I almost hate to ask, does that mean you can look up the answers? Ah, dear oh me. Uh, blast. Oh, drat this thing. Okay, I've got... Oh, no, I need to scrape it, don't I? Can I stick that in here? No. $6 of weak tannin. I have not come up with a decent way of right. Oh, excuse me a moment. The way I had to do this with the lime was do something like this, and then let's see if I can get this right, because this is grab a log of wood. And put that in. Where's my other bucket gone? Alright, shift. Alright, that. I'm gonna have to remember I've got, otherwise it's going to... Okay, scraped hide, it's not saying it's perishable. Okay, good. Oh, great. If you could do that in concert, you could have somebody looking up the answers while you write the exam. So we've got that. We've got this, which is... Alright, that's probably excessive. I don't know. So I've got rot in there. So... When that hits 64, I can make compost out of it. I hope. So I had better start, if I am serious about making glass, I had better keep going, I suppose. Quartz chunk. Yeesh. Well, that's one way of doing it. However, I can also make glass out of like this, apparently. Quartz glass. Yeah. I'm not sure which is preferable. Oops. Oh, chickens are awake. So I can make quartz glass like that. Now, can you use quartz glass for making a greenhouse? That's the interesting thing. I don't know. And I do need probably to make some more charcoal. Now, conceivably, I would be justified in expanding this to make a larger batch. The only reason I don't want to is because I can have this 3 by 3 by 3, I think. Let's see what it says about charcoal making. I can't remember the charcoal burning. Oh. if Your charcoal pit can be any dimension up to 11 by 11 by 11 blocks. So, if I were to expand this to 3 by 3 by 3, so I'm very tempted to do that, to be honest. Let's just do a basic burn. It's safer. All right, let's start the process of making sure that this is safe. Certain values of safe. Oh, but to feed the chicken. Oh, I fell into my own trap. I need to fix that at some point. I don't wish to be startled by a wolf while I'm working here. Apparently, you can get bees in especially in maple trees, but I'm not seeing anything like that. So let's start another charcoal burn. As soon as I not at all. At least one thing's for sure. None of us are going to be necessarily familiar with Indonesian civil law. So if we're asked, we'll be in a position to say, no, we didn't help them. I don't know anything about Indonesian law. I'll try not to distract you more than I absolutely have to. So how come is it that growing a tree on medium fertility soil doesn't make any difference to the fertility of the soil? Or is this one of these don't ask too many questions situations? Are these slate stones breeding while I'm not watching? And yeah, I'm going for the maple first because... Oh, I did not realise I'd done that. Put a birch right next to the maple. Today is obviously going to be a wood chopping day. At this rate, I'm going to go through. Obviously, I took down all this birch. Yes, they do despawn quite quickly. But yeah, you can arrange for floating blocks. So they don't have the pandas falling trees mechanism, which is where the tree topples over and then breaks apart. I do like pandas falling trees as a mod. He hasn't whoever Panda is, he hasn't updated. They haven't updated their mod for Minecraft. Not the last time I checked. I need more shears. Oh, don't do that to me. I hate that mechanism. Yeah, those are my pine trees in the background, which unfortunately do not spawn resin, as far as I'm aware. Which really is a daft... Oh, look at this! This get converted into forest floor at some point. Oh, now that's something I need to experiment with. I don't know if it's a useful mechanism. But it's definitely something I want to check. I do have some... Yeah, here we go. Well, I don't know whether it's some... Yeah, I imagine it must be. So, I had not noticed this, and I don't know whether this was the case previously, but you'll notice this. No, this is now turned into... Has it turned into forest floor? Because I'm not aware that it was previously. I'm not sure if that's useful or anything. It's just interesting. I don't know. I actually don't know. I have no idea. It simply comes up as low fertility soil. So no, it's just low fertility soil apparently. Right, who knew? So you break it, it becomes low fertility soil. I don't know what difference it actually makes at all. We've got butterflies. Bees would be handy. Still want to find bees. Still need to feed the chickens. They're not in such a panic. And how are you lot doing? Oh, you finished all your food? Alright. Let's sort that out. Carrots and turnips. I thought so as well, but apparently not. So I'm not quite sure if there is any particular distinction between the types. I will have to check. I learned something about Easter I was not previously aware, and I have no idea how true it is. It's one of those things you learn by people talking about history. It's always been an interest to me, or curiosity, about why it is. So obviously Easter, the way it's celebrated now, is a Christian holiday. But the weird thing about it is the association with rabbits and eggs. Because rabbits and eggs are not exactly associated with Christianity. So the one possibility I heard was that during the medieval period, apparently, people thought that rabbits were capable of virgin birth, which leads to the association with the Virgin Mary. Which is interesting. There's a little part of my brain that says, do you know what? I heard that about what people believed about rabbits before. It's certainly not completely implausible, by the way. People thought that swallows, for example, hibernated in the mud. People thought all kinds of funny things, but so there is one possible reason why rabbits have become associated with Easter. The other thing that I'd heard was that there's something oft repeated, and that is that Easter was originally a pagan festival. It may have been, I don't know. Wouldn't be surprised. With the association with the Anglo-Saxon goddess Oestra, with apologies for the pronunciation. Now, it turns out the only reason that we think that is because of the Venerable Bede. Now, the Venerable Bede wrote a history, sort of round about the time of King Arthur, and he apparently has a throwaway comment in his history regarding the association of Easter and Oestra. Except that that's the only reference, apparently, to that particular goddess anywhere. So we've got no backup for what the Venerable Bede wrote down whatsoever. Which is kind of interesting, I think. Because I must admit, I had assumed, because, you read it in various places or you hear it, that was the reason why we have that association. No, apparently the Venerable Bede didn't necessarily know what he was talking about. He just made stuff up. Well, I don't know. That's unfair. So he may be correct. He may be correct that the association of Easter is with that particular goddess. He may not. What we do know, apparently do know, is yeah, that's the only reference anywhere to her, which is kind of interesting. At least I think it is. And quite why eggs are associated with Easter, I'm not entirely certain. Except obviously eggs are to do with fertility. I'm not trying to. I don't know if they're trying to say something about the fertility or otherwise of the Virgin Mary. Because of course, in Christian tradition, depending on the tradition, the Virgin Mary did have other children. One of whom, of course, was James, who was the head of the early church in Jerusalem. And in fact, Paul, generally called, Paul / Saul of Tarsus, wrote that he met James, the brother of Jesus. So I don't know how many other children she had. Curiously, Catholic tradition maintains that Mary did not have any other children, and that any brothers or sisters, and I can't remember if there are any sisters involved, hang on, did I not have were half brothers or adopted brothers, but that's the Catholic tradition, because the Catholic tradition maintains that Mary was eternally a virgin and did not have any other children apart from Jesus, despite the Bible claiming otherwise. Sorry, how did I get onto that? Oh, eggs and fertility. Ah, do you know what? There may be there may be an association with eggs and rabbits, but I don't know what it is. Nah, forget it. Never mind. Brain is not recalling all the details from my rather dubious ability to recall stuff. Let's see. I need to do some wood chopping, don't I? Okay, I need some packed dirt. And a torch. Give me a torch. Because I have to fill this in. I got this right. Which I think I did. Yep. I got that right, I think. Yeah, no, they do burn out. They take 2 days to burn out. So no, they're not infinite. So you have to keep remanufacturing them. Which is why I tend to stagger them, so that they don't go out and I'm left with nothing but darkness. There's probably more efficient ways of doing it, but that works for now. And don't dwell too much on the fact that I have a torch directly under a maple beam. Alright, what else have I not... hang on a second. What else have I not done? Probably quite a bit. So, we have another charcoal pit going. And I probably ought to consider making a larger one, but still. We've done some wood chopping. The chickens have been fed. Yeah. The chickens have been fed. The the hares have been fed. The farm has been sort of tended to. I do need to get more grains, because I could definitely going to need a lot more grain. Especially spelt, which seems to be much more heat resistant. So, yeah. I may just have to throw crop rotation to the winds, and it is getting very dark outside. Which is to be expected since it is 9:15 in the evening. And with all that, the thing I have forgotten to do is take a screenshot for tomorrow. I still want to know, how do I empty this? That would be useful to know. Oh, drat. I've been eating so much fruit, I've forgotten about this. Well, like I say, the good news is I do actually want rot, and I need to make more lime water. Did I not? So much to do when I ought to be out looking for iron ore, and bees. Just running the farm has become a full-time operation. I need to make more fire clay. Fire in a pit kiln. I need to make more fire clay because I am going to be going through bloomeries. I'm starting to see that you do need multiple bloomeries. Do I have any calcined flint? I do. And that, and I think it's this surrounded by that. Yes. Nope. Alright, how do I make fire clay? Fire clay. Fire clay. Fire clay bricks. Ah, there we go. So I am going to need those. I think I can fire 16 at a time. Oh. I didn't realize I'd done that. Oh, can I add more? I have a suspicion they're not too worried. I don't have any more fire clay, do I? No. Oh, I do. I don't know when I made this. And I definitely didn't know I had that in there. I've forgotten that. Trying to do multiple things at once. Right, grass and... Where's my grass? Grass and sticks. Let's get this going. What do you mean I can only fire up to 12 at once? Got to remember how you built this. Yay! Progress. Okay. The other thing I need to do is... other thing is beehive kiln. I've seen reference to it. Okay, beehive kiln. Here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that anytime soon. So I cut it up and it's fresh for 2 days. I don't understand that mechanic. Right, what else? Because I'm coming up for 2 hours and, well, I can go on a few more minutes. What else do I need to do? Those are firing. This is... yeah. That is soaking. We've got rot in there. I thought I had... okay. That's going to take a while. Aha! That's almost rotted. Which I do actually want it to do. Just so that I can make compost. What am I going to do with a single fire clay brick? That's empty. That has got... yeah, I'm not sure about that one, it has to be said. Sooner or later I'm going to sort that out. See... wish that give you some indication of the passage of time. Aha! That's actually what I want. Except for the fact it's not enough. I need more. I need 64. Okay. Can't be bothered to wait. I'm just going to clear this out. And then I can work with what's left. Okay, so that's now clear. This is all now open for me to do whatever I need to with. Including rebuild it to make it more efficient. Seeing as the plan is to turn that into a glass house. The other thing I start to need to do is consider what to do with this lot. Where am I storing my flax twine? Because my clothes must be basically falling off my body at this point. I don't know if I need the thatch, but I do have it. It's that over there. Please don't tell me you've already gone through all your food. Oh no, you've got some left. I still don't see any baby wabbits. Hares, I know. And I do need to go foraging for more grain and what have you. Just so that I can expand on stuff. I'm just going to have to end up throwing all caution to the winds, plant whatever, and if necessary, rebuild the whole thing. The other thing I need to do is experiment. Apparently you can turn low fertility soil into high fertility soil. I don't know how to do that. That's something else I need to find out. Because one thing's for sure, if you just replace all this soil, that's going to be an awful demand on the environment. So let's just have a quick mosey. The pear tree actually... Where's the pear tree gone? It's actually producing fruit. Now, I don't know how to collect the pear tree. I also don't know where the bear is around here. I know it's here somewhere. ripe in about 12.5 days. But I don't know how to collect this so I can build a pear tree orchard. Something else to find out. If we hear the buzzing of bees, that would be useful. I'm just trying to find a suitable spot for a screenshot, as a matter of fact. Because otherwise I'll have to do this on Wednesday. Yeah. Because, like I say, there won't be an early morning live stream of any type tomorrow. Hey, Dunny, how are you doing? You caught me right at the very end. So, I have posted in the Discord, and, baby rabbit! Is that a baby rabbit? No, it's not a baby rabbit. I thought that was a baby rabbit. It isn't. Ah. Oh dear, that does not sound like fun. So, I have posted in Discord and in the community post on YouTube about the changes to my schedule over the next couple of weeks. Essentially, tomorrow and Thursday, there won't be an early morning live stream. Well, there won't be a morning live stream at all. And then next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, there won't be an morning live stream at all, due to... Oh, sorry, give me a second. So tomorrow and Friday, and Sunday, there will be no morning live stream. I think that's right. Hang on. No, I'm sorry. No. Let me start that again. Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, no morning live stream. I will run Winter Mute on Sunday. Next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, there won't be a morning live stream either, for reasons that I have briefly mentioned in the Discord. This is likely, that should just be for the next 2 weeks, and then I'm going to have to reevaluate the situation. I make it sound far more serious than it really is. No, it's just something that I have to do. But I will keep... Yeah. I may be able... If there is anything, it'll be at this sort of time, 5 a.m, maybe. But I can't guarantee it. So don't count on it. I may be able to, instead of doing a morning live stream, do a sort of mid-afternoon live stream, but I definitely can't guarantee that at the moment. We'll have to basically see how things go. So, yeah, that's going to be the situation for the next couple of weeks. But, on the other hand, this week, Wednesday, Friday, there will be. So, yeah, it's a bit hit and miss. Subscribers obviously should receive notifications. Anyway, sometimes real life steps in and makes demands. Yeah, I kind of want to find out if I can plant a tree on this roof. Warframe will be unaffected in the evenings. So anyway, I hope you all have a very good day. Yeah, I can understand that, Danny. I will be back today in a couple of hours with the Long Dark. This will be the regular Long Dark, not Winter Mute. Winter Mute is reserved at the moment for the weekends. I can't remember what I'm doing in the Long Dark at the moment, apart from grinding for the traders' offerings, so to speak. So, hopefully, I will see you all next time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for keeping me company. I'll see you all soon.